welcome back to another virtual story time with the Burlington County Library. I'm Miss Vicky, temporarily taking over for Miss Megan today, sharing one of my personal favorite stories, and I think you're going to enjoy it too. It is all about celebrating our differences, and that's a pretty important message, I think, right? I think so. So before we jump into the story, we always like to start with a song, and this one is pretty easy to follow along with if you're happy and you know. If you know that tune, you can jump right into this one, but instead of doing if you're happy and you know it, we're gonna do if you're friendly and you know it. So for this, all you have to do is clap your hands, give a hug, and give a hug. You can hug a pet, a stuffed animal, a sibling, someone watching this video with you, or you can give yourself some self-love, which is what I will be doing. And then finally, shout hooray. And for that part, I do have some behind the scenes help that you're gonna hear off camera. So, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. If you're friendly and you know it, clap your hands. If you're friendly and you know it, clap your hands. If you're friendly and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're friendly and you know it, clap your hands. If you're friendly and you know it, give a hug. If you're friendly and you know it, give a hug. If you're friendly and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're friendly and you know it, give a hug. If you're friendly and you know it, shout hooray.
Hooray!
If you're friendly and you know it, shout hooray.
Hooray!
If you're friendly and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're friendly and you know it, shout hooray.
Hooray!
Good job, and thank you to my special help behind the scenes for that song. So, the story that we're going to read today, like I said, all about celebrating our differences that make us unique and strong. Our story is Square Zair Pair by Jase Peeples. In the magical land of Hanamandoo lived fantastic creatures, always paired in twos. They grew in fields of the purple plant patch that laid spotted eggs from which they would hatch. They paired in two shapes, one round with one square, and the name of their tribe was the Hanamandoo Zair. Once they had paired, their tails became one, joining the two in work, play, and fun. Yes, one tail was shared by each Zair pair, always in twos, one round with one square. In huts they dwelled in the valley of Knees, eating low fruit from the red berry trees. The tribe lived in peace, or so I am told, until a new pairing came to their fold. Two squares had joined, and their tails became one. Such a Zair pairing had never been done. The others ran fast to see this square pair. They flocked with heads cocked. They mocked and they stared. "How can you two bond without a round half?" they said as they giggled, pointed, and laughed. "Away with you both. You'll poison our minds. The true Hanamandoo Zairs are not like your kind." Sad, the squares ran from the valley of Knees to a hilltop with two red berry trees. There, the square pair built a hut of their own, where they could still see the village they'd known. Like this they lived for 6 days and a night, before they'd eaten all low fruit in sight. That's when they looked up and let out a sigh. There were more berries on branches up high. Although climbing up first gave them a fright, the square pair still tried with all of their might. They found they could do what no Zairs had done. They joined their square paws and climbed up as one. Up high, the berries were red, ripe, and round, much sweeter than those that were near the ground. "These are most lovely," one square said with glee. "Yes," said the other. "Quite nice. I agree." Let's bring down a few to our hilltop home, though it's a shame we will eat them alone. Many weeks passed by, and though the squares thrived, it wasn't long before winter arrived. From angry dark clouds fell great storms of snow that covered the hill and the village below. The Zairs had never seen storms such as these, storms that left piles of snow on the trees. The low-hanging berries all the Zairs ate fell flat on the ground from the snowfall's weight. The only berries untouched by the freeze were the ones at the tip-top of the trees. The Zairs in the village, though they did try, couldn't quite reach those berries up high. Every Zair pair who began to climb quickly came tumbling down in no time. The Zairs became scared. Tears ran down their snout. They stamped about, pouted, then finally cried out, "What will we do? There's no fruit left to eat. Not one pair of Zairs can manage this feat." But the square pair, as they watched from up high, said, "We cannot let those hungry Zairs cry." They ran down the hill as fast as they could, quick to lend a hand, as friendly Zairs should. They linked their square paws and climbed with much ease to the tip-top of those red berry trees. They brought down berries for Zairs who had none, till all Zairs were fed, yes, every last one. Then the oldest of all the Zair pairs approached the squares with the greatest care. With heads held low, for they were ashamed, they hugged the squares tightly and then proclaimed, "These two squares have pure and true Mandoo hearts, but were mistreated and made to depart. Because they're different, we sent them away, yet it's their difference that saved us today. This pair of square Zairs knew what we should. All happy pairs of Zairs are quite good." Let's not forget what we've learned this day. Each pair is special, yes, in their own way. Then the whole village jumped and rejoiced. Together they sang with united voice. "From this day forth, we all do declare, these square Zairs are a fine Mandoo pair." But that's not the end, I'm happy to say, because something fabulous happened that day. With their hearts now open, their minds had grown. Soon each pair learned unique skills of their own. Just like the squares who climbed the trees high, another pair found they could leap to the sky. And a swim deep down to the ocean floor was a breeze for one pair instead of a chore. Another could run with lightning speed, while the eldest pair were the wisest indeed. For each pair was special, yes, it was true, just as they'd said, and now every Zair knew. Today, if you listen and close your eyes tight, they say you can hear the Zairs sing with delight. It matters not if you're round, mixed, or square. With every Zair pair, we work, play, and share. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I do. If you want to keep the fun going at home, we do have a craft that you can try out. You can make your very own rainbow and cloud bookmarks. You can bookmark all the pages of the books that you're reading at home, and the instructions and materials for this will be on our website and Instagram, our Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, treat people with kindness, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.